Really grasp this, we're going to look at four main pillars: compression, open vocabulary, determinism, and reversibility. And finally, we'll see exactly why BPE rules AI.
All right, pillar one, compression, shortening the sequence. So models like GPT-4 Turbo have this massive context window of 128,000 tokens. That sounds like a lot, right? But here's the catch. Every single character you input costs tokens. If we didn't have a way to compress that text, we'd run out of space almost instantly. BPE has this incredible ability to compress text by 3 to 4 times. Without that, there is no way we could fit long documents into these models without paying sky-high, exorbitant computing costs. It literally shrinks the sequence down so the model can read way more at once.
How does it actually do this? Well, BPE achieves this compression step by step. It basically hunts down the most frequent adjacent characters and merges them together. Imagine starting with individual letters, like L, O, W, E, R. The algorithm notices, hey, L and O appear together a lot in my training data, so boom, it merges them. Then it spots a W next to it and merges that to make low. Ultimately, what started as 5 separate letters becomes just 2 subword tokens, low and I mean, that is just massive efficiency right there. Moving on to pillar 2, open vocabulary, no more unknowns. In the AI world, we literally call this the ancient evil. It's the unknown token, or UNK. See, before BPE came along, if an older word-level tokenizer encountered, say, a typo or a new celebrity name, or even just internet slang, it would just spit out this dreaded unknown placeholder. This meant the model essentially saw a blank space. It completely lost that crucial information. It was totally blind to anything outside its predefined dictionary. But BPE beautifully defeats this. It splits unknown or rare words, take a big word like unforeseeably, into common subword tokens. So even if the tokenizer has never ever seen the word unforeseeably written exactly like that before, it doesn't panic. It just breaks it down. It sees unforesee and ably, pieces that it definitely does know. This ensures the model never crashes, it never throws one of those awful UNK errors, and it always sees meaningful pieces it can actually understand and learn from. Next up, pillar 3, determinism, a reproducible token dictionary. Now, determinism is just a fancy way of saying absolute reproducibility. BPE has absolutely zero randomness. So if 2 colleagues train their tokenizer on the exact same 1 terabyte dataset, they are 100% guaranteed to generate the exact same token dictionary. Vocabulary X will always equal vocabulary X. And why does this matter? Well, without it, scientific benchmarking would be practically impossible, and trying to fine-tune different models together, it would just completely break the system. That brings us to pillar 4, reversibility, perfect decoding back to the original string. Basically, BPE allows us to take those generated token IDs we talked about earlier and decode them in a perfect loop right back to the original text. Because it operates at the byte level, it flawlessly preserves every single original space, tab, new line, and punctuation mark. No corrupted text, no garbled nonsense. So, what the AI mathematically generates translates perfectly back to the clean, readable text that you actually see on your screen. And finally, why BPE rules AI, the ultimate showdown. When you put the options side by side, it's pretty clear where the older tokenizers fall short. Word-level models totally fail on open vocabulary. Character-level models, they suffer from really poor compression, which just wastes expensive compute time. BPE is quite literally the only method that effortlessly hits all 4 of those critical requirements perfectly. And because of these 4 interlocking pillars, BPE is the undisputed foundation powering the absolute most advanced real-world models in existence today. Whether we're talking about OpenAI's GPT-4 using Tick Token, Meta's Llama 3 via Sentence Piece, Mistral, or Google's Gemma, every single one of them relies on this exact same underlying engine to function.